plan, we often feel, I'm just going to restart. As college students on a meal plan, going home is one of the best parts, or family meals is one of the best parts about going home. In an article from Dalia Mortada called "What is the Recipe for Home?", she talks about an experience about being in refugee camps in Greece, and she is with a bunch of Syrian people in this friend group that they form, and every night they have meals that create a family for them in one of the hardest times of their lives. While my experience is much less dramatic than this, I miss my mom's banana bread most. So my mom makes this recipe for literally everything. Whether it's a potluck, a family event, or any other thing that she attends, she will make this banana bread. She even makes it for my brothers and I when we come home come back to college, and even my dorm mates love this recipe now. This past weekend, I interviewed my mom over the phone on the secrets to her recipe that she doesn't necessarily have written down, as well as some history of the recipe, which is that her grandmother actually originally created it and passed it down to her, even though I thought that she was the first one to pass it down to me. So that was cool for me to learn. I hope that by teaching you this recipe, you will be inspired to learn your own family recipes. So I split my presentation up into 4 steps, the first being preparation, second being the wet mixture, third being the dry mixture, and fourth being baking instructions. So this list of ingredients I'm about to read off is a combined list from food.com, as well as my mom's recipe and my grandmother's recipe that my mom combined all together to her best taste. The article that the recipe is on is called Best Banana Bread Recipe. So what you're going to need is 4 to 5 ripe bananas, 2 eggs, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, 1 cup of butter, 1/2 cup of butter, 1 cup of sugar, 1/2 cup flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and a greased loaf pan. Then you're going to make sure to preheat the oven to 350 degrees, and now we're going to start the wet mixture. So you're going to start by crushing the bananas up. It's okay if it's a little bumpy because we're going to add more liquidy consistencies to the mixture. But make sure that your bananas are ripe so they add the most flavor. Next, you're going to mix in both of the eggs as you go, so crack it, mix it, crack the next one, and mix it. This will give it a moist texture, and the eggs will act as a glue. Then you're going to add in the vanilla extract, which will enhance the banana flavor. Next, in a separate bowl, you're going to cream together the sugar and butter, which will also act as glue and create structure for the bread. And then you're going to add this mixture to the banana mixture, and that's it for the wet mixture. Next, for the dry mixture, you're going to combine the flour, baking soda, and salt. The flour will give the bread structure, the baking soda will allow it to rise, and the salt will enhance the flavor, just like the vanilla extract. Next, you're going to combine the wet and dry mixtures, and now onto the baking instructions. So just grab a loaf pan and oil it with either butter, Pam, or vegetable oil so that the bread doesn't stick to the pan when you take it out. And then you're going to pour the mixture in the pan and set it in the oven for an hour. Then if you'd rather make muffins, you can also use a cupcake tin and oil them the same temperature and just heat them for 12 minutes. You will know your bread is ready if the top is a golden brown color, and then you can stick a knife or toothpick in it and see if any residue comes out. And if it does, then put it back in the oven for a few more minutes. When serving, allow it to cool so it doesn't crumble, and then in my own personal experience, I like it best with either milk or vanilla ice cream. So in conclusion, I encourage you to learn your own family recipes and to pass on for generations to come. I know that I love making my mom's banana bread here in college because it kind of makes me feel as if I'm back home with my family. So no matter how far we are from home, we can make ourselves feel at home through family recipes.